We're now 1 week removed from the 2024 election, and we're getting a better idea of President-elect Donald Trump's agenda.
And joining us live this morning from D.C. is Scripps News Deputy Political Director Joe St. George. Joe, can you break down some of Trump's announcements so far and what he said about certain policies?
Well, for one, there hasn't been too many surprises thus far. Loyalty is certainly being valued. We're not seeing any Democrat get named to the Trump cabinet yet. We're not seeing any really past rival from 2024 getting named to the cabinet. In fact, President-elect Trump has said that Nikki Haley will not be a part of his second administration. Loyalty is being valued here. Susie Wiles, chief of staff, I think calmed a lot of uncertainty, if you will, amongst some Republicans in our nation's capital. She's known as a professional's professional, ran the Trump campaign, and has connections on all corners of Capitol Hill. The daughter of the late great broadcaster Pat Summerall, for those football fans out there as well, if you want that trivia fact. As far as some other cabinet secretaries of note, it was a busy weekend. It was a busy Monday holiday for the president-elect. The expectation, CNN reporting, that Governor Kristi Noem of South Dakota, who was once floated as a possible vice presidential pick, she'll lead Homeland Security. New York Times first report that Senator Marco Rubio of Florida is expected to be the Secretary of State. He will very much lead the foreign policy agenda of a Trump second administration. Tom Homan may not be a household name, but he's going to be the border czar, guys. And we are going to be talking a lot over the next year about border and immigration policies. Homan is someone who previously said there should be no price tag on a mass deportation program or securing the border. So we potentially are talking about billions and billions of dollars here on a very heated and controversial issue, but one that the Trump team believes they were elected to enact. So it'll be a busy November, December, all in anticipation of Inauguration Day on January 20th.
I think you're going to be busy following it all, too.
Yeah.
Joe, also a legal decision is supposed to be issued today in New York regarding Trump's hush money conviction. What can we expect from that?
Well, look, the reality is that classified documents in January 6th and Georgia election interference, those are all on hold because of the results of last week. But there is that one conviction in New York City that's still a light dark cloud hanging over President-elect Donald Trump. Remember, he was convicted in May of felonies there. But in July, the Supreme Court issued that blockbuster presidential immunity opinion. Trump's legal team believes that July opinion from the Supreme Court negates the May conviction. Today, in a written decision in New York City, we shall see if that's the case. If the judge agrees, he could toss the whole conviction out. He could delay this case as a direct result of the election results, or he could say all systems is go. And then on November 26th of this month, we could have a historic sentencing of the president-elect of the United States in New York City. So, guys, we'll keep an eye on it all day. We'll certainly get a big update out of New York. We'll see how much of a legal problem the New York case is for Mr. Trump later today.
Joe St. George reporting live from D.C. Thanks, Joe.